What is happening? Turbo Toys here. But you can call me Turbo, and today boys, I just want to talk about the WWF Hasbro figure line. And to this day I'd probably say it's still one of my favourite wrestling figure lines. But I just want to talk about something that as a kid it would never have bothered me. And that's the fact that some of these figures are kind of moulded with like their entrance attires. Or they may have a clothing accessory that doesn't come off, like a hat or some sunglasses. And like I said, as a kid playing with these, with a big imagination you could overlook all of that. But as an adult, I kind of now wonder what some of these figures might look like without them accessories. Like take for instance this Series 7 Shawn Michaels figure. Now in my opinion, it's an absolute banging figure. I think it's got one of the best Hasbro body moulds, a great classic looking attire, and just genuinely one of my top favourite Hasbro figures. But one thing I've always wondered is, boys, what would this figure look like without the sunglasses on? So I'd previously made moulds of both Hasbro and Mattel Shawn Michaels heads.
Perfect.
So one day I had this crazy idea where I thought to myself, I'm going to put that Mattel scan onto the Hasbro head scan just to see if it works out and it's going to make sense. So after a lot of sanding down I was able to put the face onto the head scan. Then using Milliput I was able to take care of any imperfections, especially where the two scans connected, and I resculpted the front of the hair. Now there was no way on earth I was going to sacrifice my Series 7 Shawn Michaels from my personal collection, but I was able to jump on eBay and snag this Rick Martel that had actually seen better days. Now the action was broken on this figure, so I was quite eager to open it up and see how it all works. And because of its condition I didn't feel so bad in trying to turn something that's undesirable into undeniable.
Alright!
Another important factor was to make sure that the head scan sits on the body perfect so we wouldn't be wasting our time. But knowing that it's the same body mould, it should never be a problem. The only problem that I did run into was the way the head is actually connected to the body. It's actually impossible to remove a Rick Martel head without cracking the body, but you are actually able to do the ball and pop technique with a Shawn Michaels head scan. So because of the different connection, unfortunately I lost that little bit of articulation.
Bruh.
But it isn't a big deal because most of the articulation on the head is hindered by the long hair at the back. So I'm going to start laying some base colours down now, and I've decided that I'm going to go with a WrestleMania 10 look from the year 1994 when WrestleMania was held at Madison Square Garden, and of course it was made famous by that ladder match he had with Razor Ramon to determine who was the rightful owner of the Intercontinental Championship. And unfortunately for Shawn, he did come up short in that match, but it was a match to give us so many picturesque memories, like from Shawn jumping off the ladder to getting his legs tangled up in the ropes. And if by chance you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you do go and watch it. So I'm really hoping that this figure is going to represent a defining moment in Shawn Michaels' career. Now I have previously designed the decals for this figure, so please enjoy the process of me applying them.
Perfect. Alright. Woo. Perfect.
Alright, now all the decals have been applied, all we got left to do now is put the head scan on and show you the final look of this WrestleMania 10 Shawn Michaels figure. I've got to say I really love the look of the decals on this figure and the way it turned out. I actually really like the white attire with the plain white boots broken up by the black knee pads, and of course I think the red Heartbreak decals look absolutely class. And then not to forget how that head scan turned out. Now I personally think that compared to the original, this one really holds up. Like, it doesn't look out of place and it fits perfectly. Now pretty much on every Hasbro release you'll see them with black pupils. Now I didn't want to do too much detail on the face, and that's because basically I still wanted this figure to have that Hasbro charm. But I think really we achieved what we needed to achieve with this figure. I think if you had this in your Hasbro collection, it wouldn't look out of place. But boys, I'm very interested to know, is there any old Hasbro figures that you would like to see remade a bit like this one? Now I am actually thinking about doing a WrestleMania 10 Razor Ramon to accompany this figure, but how cool would it be to see Rowdy Roddy Piper in ring gear, or The Undertaker without his hat, even Bret Hart without the shades? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I want to thank you all for watching, but tell you that is going to do it for this one. So if you enjoyed what you see, then please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Come check the boy out on Instagram and TikTok at Turbo Toys, and until the next video, I will see ya when I see ya.